Hello, Seven-Figure Moving Academy. How the hell are you today? Today we're going to be talking about something that guarantees that you don't get screwed over at the end of the month because of cancellations. This is going to actually cover your ass, so stay tuned. But first, let's have a word from our sponsor.
Do you have a hard time keeping all your paperwork, jobs, trucks, and labor straight? Do you sometimes forget to book trucks and men's for jobs and then have to scramble to find out what you need? Do you wish you could just hit a button and your prospects could get the email with your perfect quote? Well, if you're like me, you do. What you need is that perfect CRM, that moving company software that actually helps you get the job done. A CRM that helps you manage, plan, and even do the quotes for you. My friends at Netensity are the makers of Mogistics, a moving company CRM software made for movers by movers. Anything you could think of that you would want with a CRM, Mogistics has got it covered. And Mogistics is there for you from tip to tail. With superior customer support, you'll never have to worry about this or that, or if the system will ever go down. So do yourself a favor and contact Mogistics today. And if you sign up with my link, you'll get $100 off your very first month. See the links in the description.
Hey guys, Jay Burnham here with the Seven-Figure Moving Academy. Glad to have you guys here today. We're talking about how to cover your butts, your behinds, when it comes to cancellations. We've talked about this subject before, but it doesn't seem to have sunk in. So I'm going to talk to you again about it. All right, the thing happens here is we get cancellations, and then we don't have any money, we don't have jobs. That leaves a lot of money on the table. So how do we solve the problem of cancellations? How do we stop that? Well, you know, there's always going to be a cancellation. People who are going to be buying their home, you know, there's going to be problem with closings and loans and stuff like that. So there's always going to be those types of cancellations. But what about the other cancellations where the guy, you know, you close the job, you get them to sign the paper, you know, you get them to sign something, or you don't, or you just take their name and your number, and then, you know, a week later they call you back and they cancel the job. What happens? What's going on with that? What's up with that? Well, the situation is this. Cancellations happen all the time. Doesn't matter if you're a big company or a small company, it's going to happen. But there is something you could do to actually minimize that problem. There's actually something you could do that will actually stop the number of cancellations. And two, if they do cancel, you're still not going to be out a lot of money. And that is collecting deposits. You need to start putting in your paperwork. You need to start collecting a deposit. You need to get $100, $50, whatever, 10%, 20%, whatever it is. You need to start collecting deposits. And the deposits should be refundable, should not be refundable. Let me explain a thing. If they do a deposit, it's non-refundable, okay? Do not have a deposit that's refundable. Now, if you do a refundable deposit, which I wouldn't suggest, you must give them a time to, like, they have to cancel within like 72 hours before the move. That way that gives you some time to actually replace that job that they canceled on. If they cancel before that, great, we'll refund it. If they cancel after that, no. There's one guy, Eric Works, who actually has a system where it's prorated. If you cancel before 72 hours, we'll refund you all the money. If you cancel 40 you know, less than 72 hours but more than 48, you'll get 2 days, you know, it'll be prorated for that, and then for 48 hours, and then 24 hours, etc. That way you're not losing money. You could do it that way. If you are going to offer a refund, I would definitely give them like 3-4 days that they have to cancel within before. So I would say 48. I would say 4 days myself. You got 4 days before the thing. If you cancel before that 4 days, no problem. We'll give you a full 100% refund. If you cancel after that, I'm keeping the money. And I don't care if it's a small local job or if it's a large, big-time job. You should be collecting a deposit. I would suggest right around $100. 50, $100. Mine, I personally asked for a $100 deposit. You know, sometimes, you know, the smaller moves, like a 1-bedroom or something, they didn't go for that, but I always asked for $100. Then the question comes up, okay, well, I collected the deposit. Should I share that with my crew? Should I share that with my crew? My answer to that is two points to that answer. Yes and no. Let me explain. No, you should not give them any of the money if a customer cancels, if you book another job that replaces that one. So if you replace the job, they cancel, and you were able to replace it, I would not give them any of that money, right? However, if the customer does cancel and you can't replace that day, that job, then yes, you should give them a portion of that deposit money towards their pay. Because you got to understand, you're not the only one losing out here. Your people are losing out as well. That's just being a good boss. That's just looking out for your guys. You can't say, well, that's just my money, I'm going to keep it. Well, yeah, it is your money, but you're getting that deposit, one, to enforce that they stick to the schedule. Two, that in case they do cancel, you're kind of covered and protected, and you're not losing a lot of money. It's only fair because your guys who are scheduled for that move for that day, they too lose out on that money. That's not fair to them. So I would get a deposit on all moves, small and large. And if you do have to share it, please share it with your crew. It's only right. You could give them a 2-hour mini or a 3-hour mini or whatever it is. So let's say you pay, you got 2 guys that were supposed to do a job. You give them they're $15 an hour. They do, you give them a 2-hour mini on that. That's $60 for, $30 for each. That's $60 for the 2. You took a $100 deposit. You still make $40. That's still pretty fair, right? It's not a lot, but it does take a little bit of the sting away. Your guys make a little bit money, even if it's canceled, and so on and so forth, right? And you can also, if somebody balks about that, you can say, look, I understand that if the deposit might be a consideration for it, but you got to understand this: we have a very limited amount of crew. We have a very limited amount of equipment. If we don't take a deposit and you decide to cancel on us, then not only does I lose, I don't have a job, but the crew that I would have put on your job will also no longer have a job, and they have families and kids and bills they have to pay too. This money is going to go to help ensure that they get a little bit of something to help them out for losing out on that amount of money, because they only get paid for the jobs that work. People can understand that. Unless they're just a jerk, they're going to understand that. So my personal opinion, so let's to take it back on track, collect deposits. One, this is going to lessen the amount of cancellations you're going to get, because if people don't put a deposit down, then they can cancel and they don't care, because there's no skin off their game. But if they put down a deposit and then they cancel, they're going to want to cancel within the time frame. If you set up a time frame, they're going to want to cancel to get that money back. And two, if there is no time frame, if it's a non-refundable, they're not going to want to cancel that, because they're going to lose that little bit of money. Now, again, there's always going to be a situation where people have got to cancel. Now, one thing you can also do too is rescheduling. Rescheduling is sort of a bit of a cancellation. You could do rescheduling fees too. So if someone has to say, good, you take a deposit and now they can't do that job, well, you can then go, okay, good, this is what we're going to do. We can reschedule you, but there's going to be, I'll give you one reschedule one time, no problem, that's on us, we'll do it. Reschedule them, and then they don't lose their deposit money. If they have to reschedule again, which has happened, it has happened to me many times. I've had a guy who had to reschedule like 3-4 times. After this, the second time, I'm starting to charge them a rescheduling fee, and I usually charge them another $250 on top of that. So just make sure that you're collecting these fees to do that. because you're losing money by not doing jobs. Your crew is losing money by not doing these jobs, right? By collecting a deposit, you hold your customers' feet to the fire. It makes them responsible and accountable to do that move, right? It makes them want to actually fulfill that move and go along with that move. And if they can't, they're going to want to cancel in a timely manner so that they can get their money back if you've offered them a refundable fee. Does this make sense? If this doesn't make sense and you still need to understand a little bit of what I'm talking about, leave me a comment in the section below, right? Not only that, guys, I want to talk to you one last thing. I have the 7-figure moving account membership group. It is a great group. If you're not a part of that, you should join up. It's only $10 a month, but before that, it's $10 a month. It's really not a heck of a lot, considering, one, you get all the forms that you could possibly need. You get sales scripts. You get ebooks that train you how to hire and find guys. It gives you all the paperwork. There's price guides in there. There's waiver forms. There's everything you could think of. There's even cube sheets. So if you need to start working on cube sheets, there's tariffs in there that you can use to model a tariff for yourself on. Everything is there that you need to actually get your business rocking and rolling. It's all there free of charge to you as a member. The membership's not free, but the paperwork and all the tools and stuff is all free for you. You can download it all and just leave. But I'm offering you a 7-day trial for just $1. It's all you have to do. $1. You can go in, check it all out, see everything we got to go. Another added benefit is that you're going to be in there with a bunch of like-minded people that have been around everything that you've been through, everything that you're going through, everything you've gone through, everything you're going to go through. These guys have done it. Not only that, we have 7-figure and 8-figure moving company owners in this group that are more than willing to give you the advice that you need to take your business to the next level. We have a lot of these guys that are just willing to help you out, free of charge. As just a member, they're going to offer their advice, their expertise to you. I mean, what better? What could you ask for? I mean, you're going to have people like myself just taking you by the hand, taking you step by step up the ranks. Just yesterday, we had a guy, his name's Cody Patterson, said that he's now making over $10,000 a month because of our group. We have John from Canada, who is a 7-figure moving academy, who just recently did his first long-distance job, making over $20,000 on the one job. Why did he do it? Because he got the information from our group. Not only we pat you on the back when you need a pat on the back, we kick you in the ass when you need a kick in the ass. We're there to help you out every step of the way. And for measly $10 a month is peanuts, guys. Truly. And if you can't afford it, if you don't want to pay it, that's fine. If you can't afford it, then you really shouldn't be in business, shouldn't be in any business if you can't invest $10 a month into your success, right? And honestly, I don't want you to be part of it, because I want you to be able to use that money elsewhere to support your family. I don't want your money. If you can't afford it, I don't want your money. I ask you to go find a job and that has benefits and stuff like that so you can support your family. I want you to keep your $10 in your pocket. That's better served. But if you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to start making $1 million or more, you want to get that information, you want to be connected to people that have done this consistently and not just talking about theory, we're talking about in practice, then you need to join the 7-figure moving account membership, right? Just go to 7figuremoving.academy. You should see the link right there. Just go to that and sign up today, okay? Secondly, go and check out Moogistics. They are this video sponsored. Check out Moogistics. You can see the link right there. Go to that. There will be also a link in the description. Go check them out. Make sure they've got one of the best CRMs, as you saw at the beginning of this video. You should definitely check them out. I think I'll put their link right up here because I put the videos here at the end. So guys, thank you. I love you. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon so you're notified of any new videos that we pop up, right? Leave a comment below. And guys, go and do something great today. All right?